Our Major League Baseball's new single-season home run leader, Mr. Mark McGwire. Here to make a special presentation to the new single-season home run leader and the biggest name in baseball today, Mark McGwire, is the Commissioner of Baseball, Mr. Bud Selig. Commissioner, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Jack. It is indeed a privilege and an honor to be here on clearly one of the most historic nights in baseball history. I would first like to introduce the President of the National League, Mr. Len Coleman. Next, I would like to introduce two people who all of you are familiar. This is clearly one of the proudest and most successful franchises in baseball history. What happened here tonight is a fitting tribute to all of you who have made this the crown jewel of baseball franchises. First, Hall of Famer, a man who broke many records himself, ladies and gentlemen, Lou Brock. The next man, I've been thinking all night how to introduce him. There's only one way. The man, Stan Musial. And now, with great honor, I'd like to introduce some special guests. They have conducted themselves with grace and dignity. The Maris family and their children. I would like to introduce them individually, the Maris children, Susan, Sandra, Randy, Kevin, Richard, and Roger Jr. Mrs. Maris couldn't be with us tonight, but all of us send our very best wishes and a thank you for her graciousness. On behalf of everyone in Major League Baseball, I want to thank both Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa for providing us with a home run chase that has captivated sports fans around the world. You have made this a summer that generations will remember. To acknowledge Mark for breaking the 37-year-old single-season home run record set by the great Roger Maris, I am honored to present Mark the Commissioner's Historic Achievement Award. Mark is the first recipient of this award, and it is only fitting that it is being presented to the player who has broken baseball's most important individual record. Congratulations, Mark.
Thank you, Commissioner Selig. It goes without saying that Tony La Russa, the Cardinal coaches, and Mark's teammates have certainly enjoyed this chase this summer. And here with a special presentation from the Cardinal players is Cardinal catcher Tom Lampkin.
Well, first of all, we just like to thank the fans that came out and supported us through all the ups and downs that we've had this season. When Mark said in a press conference a few days ago that we had the best fans here in St. Louis, believe me, I've been all over the country, and he wasn't lying. On behalf of the players, the coaches, the staff, we'd like to congratulate Mark on this unbelievable, remarkable feat and thank him for letting us be a part of it. We have a lineup card with everybody's signature on it as our way of saying thanks for the lifetime of memories. We won't forget these as long as we live. Thank you.
One more speaker, one more gift, and then you'll hear from the man of the moment. Here with a special gift from the Cardinals, on behalf of you great fans who have thrilled to the exploits all season, is the Cardinals chairman of the board and the general partner, Mr. Bill DeWitt, Jr.
Thanks, Jack. On behalf of the St. Louis Cardinals and baseball's greatest fans, congratulations, Mark, for accomplishing one of the greatest feats in the history of sports. Your majestic home runs have captivated the nation, and we are proud to have you join baseball's all-time greats as a member of the Cardinals, a 106-year-old storied franchise for which this is clearly a defining moment. And in front of in front of Hall of Famers who saw you today: Lou Brock, Stan Musial, Jack Buck, Red Shandies, and at home, Bob Gibson and Enos Slaughter. Your quest for Babe Ruth and Roger Maris has been marked with respect and grace and a wonderful style. We salute you, we congratulate you, and most of all, we thank you. And it goes without saying that one day, number 25 will be parked right up there. Now, as a small memento on this historic occasion, for all that you have done for us in the Cardinal community, please look to the right field wagon gate. A classic car for a classic slugger and true American hero. A 62 Cardinal Red Corvette for 62 home runs.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you feast your eyes on that lovely gift, I want to bring a member of the Cardinal ground crew to the microphone and to the stage. And the reason why is that Mr. Tim Farnaris, a member of the Cardinal ground crew, ended up with the baseball that was hit for home run number 62, and he wants to present it to Mark McGwire.
Mr. McGwire, I think I have something that belongs to you.
I was going to tell you to sit down so we could get up and give him a standing ovation. But you're already on your feet. And the reason you are on your feet is because of this man, number 25, Mark McGwire.
Let's see, where do I start? Well, first of all, thank all the owners here in St. Louis for bringing me over here. in that beautiful car right there. I'd like to thank all my teammates for putting up with all the media for the last couple of months, and really putting up with me. And this belongs to you as well as it belongs to me, and I thank every one of you. To all the Marises, for being so kind, supportive, and understanding the true feeling that their father is in my heart. And when I touched his bat tonight before the game, I knew tonight was going to be the night. And I can honestly now say I can rest my bat alongside Roger Maris's bat in the Hall of Fame, and I'm damn proud of it. To all my family, to my great ex-wife, her husband, to get my son here on time yesterday. Now you're a rock. I guess finally, to end this night is historical, and when I drove to the ballpark today, I honestly and truly wanted to hit it for the city. You guys have never made me feel more welcome coming here last year. I remember my first at bat, standing ovation, and I'll remember my last one a few years down the line. But I'll tell you what, the best fans in America, the best fans in baseball, thank you. Let's enjoy the night.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for our ball club which is playing very well, it's off to Cincinnati and Houston, so those fans can cheer Mark McGwire and the Cardinals. And let's hear it one more time to cap off this wonderful evening for Mark McGwire, the new single-season home run king. Our favorite number is 62. Nice going, Mark.
Well, Mark McGwire will take a final victory lap, or so it appears, around Busch Stadium. You know, these people have to work tomorrow, but hardly anyone has left the ballpark. That's what kind of a city St. Louis is, a blue-collar city. And that's why they have taken this man, this 34-year-old Mark McGwire, so much to their souls. A sport that desperately needed a moment like this. Baseball has pitched a perfect game tonight as Mark McGwire breaks what Commissioner Bud Selig called baseball's most important individual record. Mark driving right past us in the '62 Corvette. Way to go, big man. Congratulations. And an honor for me, I have to tell you, to be able to shake his hand as he drove past. Have we finally used up our supply of goosebumps for the night? Maybe not. Let's one more time take a look at the home run that vaulted Mark McGwire alone atop the all-time single-season home run record book. Don't forget to touch first base there, Mark. And must have set an all-time Major League Baseball record for the longest tour around the base. Now the final fireworks salute. So as Mark heads off to the wagon gate out in right field, we'll finally head for the clubhouse and get a shower after what's been an emotionally draining night, I'm sure, for him. This crowd will finally begin to filter out of Busch Stadium into the streets of St. Louis for what is certain to be a night of celebrating. You don't see moments like this very often, folks, and these people are ecstatic at having been here tonight as Mark McGwire hits his 62nd home run. For his part, Mark's son Matt was here, his father John, his mother Ginger, his former wife, those members of his immediate family, but certainly his extended family numbers way up in the thousands here in St. Louis and across the world tonight. Hundreds of media credentials for this event from all over the world. We had a chance to stand next to a television crew from Japan when Mark batted for the first time tonight. The camera operator was so nervous he could barely turn his equipment on. So many terrific pictures from this evening. Ones that will always stand out will be Mark and his son Matt embracing at home plate. And certainly for Cub fans, the ultra classy move by Sammy Sosa, who for a long time didn't look like he knew exactly what he wanted to do to congratulate Mark McGwire. And finally, Sammy jogged in from right field as the mini celebration was in progress outside the Cardinal dugout. And certainly in what was a spontaneous show of congratulations and emotion on Sammy's part, got to the dugout, parted the crowd in front of Mark, and was able to make his way over there and embrace his arch rival here in St. Louis. And here's a look at that. What a moment. What a moment. Sammy's got that little bash move down. You know, we don't want Cub fans to forget that even though Mark has hit 62 first, that doesn't mean the race is over by any means. Sammy stuck on 58, but only 4 behind McGwire. And coming home to start a 2-game series against the Pirates tomorrow at Wrigley Field. A game you'll see at 1 o'clock right here on WGN. Mark's taking another victory lap. So a spine-tingling September evening in St. Louis begins to wind down. There were 50,000 people here tonight, or 13 people short of 50,000. That's in the ballpark, and many thousand more outside. That's where WGN's Rich King was, taking in the scene outside the ballpark when Mark McGwire's 62nd flew out of the yard. And here's Rich live outside the park with more.
WW